Compound sentences can make writing rich and colorful. They can provide more detail and make paragraphs more interesting and engaging. When writing compound sentences, it's important to understand the components or the parts of a compound sentence and to use the proper punctuation to join independent clauses. Now remember, an independent clause is simply a complete sentence, has a subject and a predicate. It's a complete thought. So you might find times when you want to put two independent clauses together because there's a connection or relationship. So to do so, it's really important to know how. You will put two independent clauses together by adding a comma and a conjunction, a coordinating conjunction. Now there's one kind of easy way to remember what the conjunctions are. If you can remember fan, boys, for and nor, but, or, yet, so. And those are the coordinating conjunctions that you would use to put two independent clauses together. Let's look at a couple examples they have here. Many students enjoy working on computers, comma, so teachers are finding new ways to use them in the classroom. You have two independent clauses that are put together with a comma and a conjunction, and they go together. Number two, computers can be valuable in education. That sentence could stand on its own. It's an independent clause. But you want to put more to it. You want to say this. Many schools cannot afford enough of them. So you want to put those two independent clauses together. So what you do is you put your comma here, use that coordinating conjunction, but, and you're all set to go. Computers can be valuable in education, but many schools cannot afford enough of them. Something to avoid, comma splices. A comma splice results when two independent clauses are spliced or put together with only a comma and no conjunction. You can't do that. You can't say computers can be valuable in education, comma, many schools cannot afford enough of them. You have two independent clauses, you need a conjunction. All right, let's practice. In your workbook on page 15, you'll find 7 problems that I want to look at. The first one is done for us. So let's start with number 2. No one thought the Wright brothers' flying machine would work. That right there is a nice independent clause. It stands on its own. That didn't stop the brothers from trying. Again, we have another independent clause that could stand on its own. But we want to put them together. So we have to do a comma and a conjunction. No one thought the Wright brothers' flying machine would work, comma, but that didn't stop the brothers from trying. All right. Their airplane was called Flyer 1, comma, and it flew for a full 12 seconds. Number 4. Flyer 1 flew less than 100 feet, comma, yet it put the Wright brothers in the history books. Okay, I want you to pause the video right now and do number 5, 6, and 7. And when you're all set, we'll come back and restart the video and you'll see how you did. All right, let's look at number 5. At one time, the Concorde aircraft flew at twice the speed of sound and it crossed the Atlantic in less than 3 hours. Number 6. Each year, nearly 1 billion people fly on airplanes. It's a complete thought, but I want to add something. And that's just on commercial flights. Number 7. Now it's possible to fly anywhere in the world, comma, conjunction. You do it on the internet. Okay? So hopefully you did well on 5, 6, and 7. On this page, I've included a conjunction table that is helpful, that I find helpful. When you want to use and, it's because you're giving more information. You might have choice, and if you do it or, it's going to be the positive, this or that. If you want to go negative, this nor that. So looking at the examples, I think Joe visited Spain, or maybe he went to Italy. Okay, it's positive, two things that he might have done. Nor would be Joe didn't go to Turkey, nor, on the negative side, did he go to Greece? All right. Opposite information. Sometimes you want to say one independent clause and give some opposite information. Then you might use but or yet as the conjunction. Joe visited Spain, but John visited Victoria. If you have a reason, if the function is for reason, John visited Victoria. All right, there's your independent clause. But you want to say he thought it was beautiful. Okay, so he gives a reason for he thought it was beautiful. And result is the last one. So the weather was bad, so the plane left late. Okay. Probably your most common ones are going to be your ands, your buts, and then or nor. But fanboys, those are your conjunctions. Putting two independent clauses together to make a compound sentence. All right, go ahead and click Next, and there will be a Google form that I want you to complete a couple problems.